First Steps podcast is back. Spooky season adjacent. Some might say season of the witch. We watched Agatha all along, a brand new show on Disney Plus, and we're going to talk all about the first episode. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Steps.
Yeah.
This is the season of the witch. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another action-packed episode of First Eps. Mm-hmm. What's been up, dude? How are you?
Oh, I mean, how am I not?
That's the perfect response to that question. This is how much you talk to people in real life, that you don't even know how to respond.
I don't know how to respond anymore.
Sometimes people say,
"Yeah, we're a little out of the
good."
Loop. Yeah, that would work. That would work too. But it's a little bit later. We haven't done this in a couple weeks now, so I'm getting Stella's got to get her groove back.
Yeah, shake it out. Shake it out.
Yeah.
Get your groove, Stella.
All right. Yeah. So we're doing good. We're doing well.
We're doing well.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Nothing new over here either.
Yeah, well, today something is new. You just put something amazing on your lawn.
Oh,
you got with it.
Oh, a 12-foot skeleton.
Yeah.
Which I did not want.
Oh,
I'm still standing by this. This is my wife's idea. She wanted the skeleton, and I say nay.
But it looks fantastic.
And I've been putting it off. Every year she wants it more and more. And this year she just stopped listening to me and just bought it.
So how do you package that? Like, does it come home?
I don't know. That's part of the problem. I don't know where to put this thing post-season.
Well, how did it get delivered?
In a giant box.
Okay, in a
from
car
a delivery
or
service.
Okay, I gotcha. So now afterwards,
huge box.
It's gonna go in your basement or in the garage.
Probably in the basement. I don't have room in the garage for it. So I did see people like on the 12-foot skeleton subreddit talking about you could put it in like Christmas tree bags or whatever.
You can take it apart.
Store it. Oh yeah. Yeah, you have to take it apart.
Oh, okay.
Putting it together was a real pain in the ass today. But it's up there now, and it looks great.
6-foot limbs, 6 foot.
Yeah, it looks great.
It does.
Like I'm
glowing
eating
eyes.
my words a little bit. It's fun. I'm excited to have it out there.
Yeah,
but it really was a pain in the butt, and like this whole storage thing. We're not even going to get into that.
Okay,
I
didn't realize that was part of.
We're pushing a button here.
People wanted to know. The listeners wanted to know.
Before we get into the show, I just want to talk. So the Emmy Awards were last week.
Mm-hmm.
The only show that out of the ones that we previously watched that was there was Shogun, and it cleaned up.
Okay.
18 Emmys. It would set a record for the season 1 show.
Really, 18?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah,
you 14,
14 Creative Arts Emmys, and then 4 it got Best Actor, Actress, that sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I did watch it. I mean, it was a great show. The Emmys did great. They had Eugene and Dan Levy doing the thing.
Oh no, but I mean Shogun. Did you watch all of that?
Shogun.
All that series
yeah,
too?
Shogun.
Okay.
So it's it's one of the best shows, dude.
Cool.
It's so good.
And so so
you should watch it.
I will. It's on my list. I just don't.
Yeah, I know you enjoyed the first episode.
I did.
You'll probably have to rewatch the first episode because it's been so long.
Well, no, I don't think so. They were made land. There was an Irish guy that was Catholic or Christian. They were trying to say the other one wasn't really. They were English, and then they boiled somebody alive, and they were questioning them.
Whoa! Spoiler alert for Shogun. But that brings me to this show.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about a brand new series, Agatha All Along, Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
And there will be spoilers for the first episode.
Yeah, people need to know that.
So we're going to talk about it. But basically, another thing you need to know, if you're not familiar, this is actually like a spin-off. So
everybody knows that.
More so than I thought.
Don't they know that?
I guess. I didn't know if it was going to be more standalone.
Okay.
From the first episode already, I could tell that you really should have watched WandaVision before you jump into Agatha All Along. Because it's not just about Agatha, like I kind of thought it might be, maybe a prequel, whatever. It's like after WandaVision series.
Right.
Which is a great show.
So
definitely, absolutely go watch that anyways.
Yeah.
You got a lot of work to do. So, if you don't want to be spoiled on the whole thing.
We watched WandaVision, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, they can listen to that, to our
absolutely.
Too
Go check out the first episode, our take on that. Great show. Spoiler alert. But otherwise, skip forward like 15 minutes. We'll have talked about the first episode and what happened in that, and then the fun begins. Then the fun begins. I got a real exciting tournament of witches.
I love your activities.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All
right. So let's get into the first episode. I think there's 2 episodes available right now as of this recording.
I saw that. Yes.
And we watched the first one. So it kicks off with Agatha driving in a car.
Agnes.
Well, yes, yeah, played by Catherine Hahn.
Love her.
And she's a cop all of a sudden.
Yep, there
and
she is.
The last we seen her, I think she was like in her car, maybe leaving WandaVision. Just not a cop. So it was a little of a surprise.
Yeah, I didn't remember that part.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what happened to her at the end.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure. I was like, are we leading right into it? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, she's a murder cop. Some people call them detectives. And she's investigating like a body of a girl found in the woods. And this is where we find out her name is Agnes. It's not even Agatha. The whole title of the show is wrong.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yep.
She discovers a brooch in the ground, and then it's all about her solving this mystery, this crime.
But the brooch she puts into her pocket and doesn't share with anybody else. So it's almost like and she was very shaken when she saw the girl.
Yeah.
We don't know who the girl is at this point.
No one knows.
But yeah,
Jane Doe. And then we get into like something that blew my mind. The intro to this television series is an intro for this cop show that we're watching called Agnes of Westview.
Gotcha. Thank you for saying that too, because I was like, we'll talk about this. But at the end, I was like, oh wait, how did this show start? And I completely forgot.
It was that, and I was like, what is happening? It looks just like, it kind of was like Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that show? It was like where Kate Winslet is like a cop, and she's like
Easttown or Eastwick?
Easttown.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Witches of Eastwick. Different thing.
Gotcha.
So many directions and towns. So yeah, I thought that was really cool, and she basically plays the same character that that was in that show. And then we see Anya. And there was a big surprise.
Right, as a librarian.
Yeah.
Love that.
Looking great, by the way.
Oh, I know. She actually hasn't aged like much at all. Yeah, I was really impressed with that.
It was very impressive.
Because she always looked like older than everybody else then, but now she looks younger than anybody else in that series, which is really interesting.
Weird. So, from Buffy, if you're not familiar with Anya.
Anya.
So Agnes is looking for a book, and then she goes to look for the book. Turns out that section lit on fire. And there was a creepy man going, there was a fire.
I know. This is where you start to realize, I'm like, okay, so this is like, there's some weird things going on. Like, is that really happening? Is this in her mind? I'm like, okay, so.
Shit was weird.
Yeah.
Throughout.
Yeah.
And like, if you're not familiar, like, so right off the bat, when she's a cop named Agnes, something's not right. If you're familiar with the show. If you're just coming into this without any precursor to what Agatha is or WandaVision, like, you have to be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, if you're like, let me check out this new Marvel series or whatever. Like, it's so weird. But anyways, next up we meet a new character played by Aubrey Plaza. And she's in this. She's also playing a cop. But she's like asking Agnes more questions kind of about her life. Kind of like needling her, poking around, see it, like what she knows, and kind of like, oh yeah, you're a cop. Okay, I get it. So this is where we're like, okay, something's not right.
Yeah, like this woman's supposed to be the FBI agent, but it seems like she's got a very personal connection with Agnes. Why is that?
Exactly. She's examining the brooch some more, finds out there's like a lock of hair in there. And then she finds out through some sleuthing the name Darkhold. And if you're familiar with comics or Wanda or any of this line, I think
Doctor Strange. I think so.
Yeah, they do talk about Darkhold. And then we see, like, we get to start seeing stuff like Darkhold. Nicholas Scratch is mentioned, and that's like, a character close to Agatha. And so there's like these little things kind of breaking through the the exterior cop world wall
Mm-hmm.
thing, which was cool. I liked seeing that, and I'm like trying to fucking like eagle eye throughout and pick out like
See the
what's
Easter egg. Yep.
what shouldn't be there. And then there's a breaking and entering at her house. She chases this dude, ends up arresting this guy for like creeping around her house.
Yeah.
And again, yeah. So now she's like talking to him, and this is where the illusions are starting to break apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like, why are you talking to that that wall or whatever?
Yeah, she's like, and it turns out it's a painting, right?
Yes.
Whereas it was filmed to look like she was interrogating him from behind a mirror, but when we went back to her side of the room, it was just a painting on that wall.
Right. A
Which
very
was kinda
different
cool how they
room.
did that.
Yes, absolutely. And then next we see, I thought this part was really cool. The body of the corpse, and on it had a toe tag, but instead of being a toe tag, it was the library book. Like if you
library
you went
card.
to a library when 30 years ago, you had to literally sign out a book with a card, and the name on the card was W. Maximoff, which would be, as we all know, Scarlet Witch Wanda Maximoff. So, first question is: you think she's really dead?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know either.
I mean, she's very, very powerful, so it'd be very surprising if that's the case. But Agatha also thinks that's very surprising.
Yeah. So then all of a sudden, shit starts going down. She's freaking out. Is it hot? It's hot in here. She's taking off her clothes, and every layer, it's like a different character. And we're seeing all these different characters. There's like an 80s one.
Yep.
And then we see the black and white one.
Yep. She's like going back in time through her different personas in WandaVision.
Right.
And what's her name? Oh my gosh. The other woman who
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza is there and being like, that's right, peel back the layers, figure it out, who are you? So she's like coaching her on to like find who she really is.
Right. And then she wakes up completely naked. She wanders out of the house fully nude. And
she remembers who she is, and then she wakes up, right?
Right,
Isn't that what happens?
exactly.
Yeah.
Also, fully naked. Yeah. I did read that that was Catherine Hahn's idea to do that, and like she just wanted to be naked.
All right, but I mean, it was great. It was fun.
Yeah. So she goes out there. She's talking to her neighbor, and she's starting to see people that were in her like the cop world that she was living, like the neighbors and stuff. So it was all people in her real life, very like a Wizard of Oz type situation.
Mm-hmm. And the librarian was you, my neighbor,
and you were there, But she says, they ask about Wanda at one point, and the neighbors, we don't say that, we don't say that word or whatever. And she says that she took all my power and left me with household appliances. Mm-hmm. So she's unhappy with this situation or what happened with Wanda, as everybody is. I mean, she really, she really fucked up a lot of people by trapping them in this weird prison in WandaVision.
Right.
It was
So Agnes realized her name is Agatha, and she is a witch, but she has no powers still. So that's what she's trying to figure out. Is like, wait, how long have I been like this, and what's going on? How can I get them back?
Exactly. That's when the door explodes. Dark Aubrey Plaza there. Badass with a knife. Coming to try to kill Agatha.
That's who you are, and it's time for you to die.
Yeah. And then there's like this dope knife fight. They're flipping around and doing all sorts of stuff.
I love that one scene when she pushed her down on the ground. Agatha pushed Aubrey on the ground, and then she did that like plank, like levitation back up again, like full, like stiff body up. I love that.
I hope there's now that we're like, getting more into the witchiness of it all. I really hope, there's more cool stuff like that, because Agatha didn't do any power at all throughout this fight because we're learning that she doesn't have it.
Okay.
And so they actually strike a deal. Like, listen, I'm like, wouldn't you rather, Agatha's like, wouldn't you rather fight me when I'm like when I have my powers?
Yeah.
So it's like,
And we still don't really know why. Agatha now remembers why she hates her. Why Aubrey hates her, but we don't really know as a viewer is what's going on between the two of them, right?
No.
Okay,
but she says,
okay.
She does say that like there's a line of people that want to kill her.
Take her out, take out Agatha.
And maybe it's just because she was as we saw in the show, she's like a trickster. She just likes to mess with people.
Right, for her own gain.
Yeah. So they end up striking a deal where Aubrey is not gonna. I don't know the character's name. I just keep calling her Aubrey. Is not gonna try to kill her.
Aubrey won't try to kill her. She's gonna play it nice. Yeah. Play cool.
And I feel like I shouldn't be saying one actor's name and then the other character's name. Right. I should be either saying like Aubrey and Catherine.
I mean, we probably should, but I don't remember her name.
I should know the character's name.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she was made up for this series or if she's got canon to her. Do you know that particular character? I don't know either.
Idea.
Okay. Yeah.
But so yeah, they decide that she's just gonna wait, let the other people kill her,
and just watch from the sidelines and enjoy it.
So she does say that the Salem 7 are coming and they should be here.
Now they're from they are canon, right?
But I am completely not familiar with them.
I feel like I've heard of them before.
You would. You're anything witchy. You're all in on.
But I don't know much about them. But yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
And that's how it ended. Yeah. That is the first episode of Agatha all along. So many questions. But it was a very, very fun episode, even though it wasn't what I expected at all. But we will get into our thoughts on the show, and we'll come back and we'll rate the first episode. Before that, though, I have something fun. The Tournament of Witches.
All right, I love witches.
Now we need to determine who is the best witch.
Which witch is best?
Is which? And I don't know what our criteria should be just yet. Okay. I don't want to go with the most powerful witch because I feel like in that case, Scarlet Witch is just gonna I feel like already she's probably the most powerful. She's a superhero for crying out loud. So maybe the coolest witch or the best one or overall just
which we vibe with, which is
maybe not vibe with, but I don't know, respect, I don't know, we'll see. Let's start first up with Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Well, wait, is this a showdown or is this okay,
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart versus Kiernan Shipka. Who wins
I forgot. I think this
battle?
The newer one because she had more powers.
So see now, but you already go directly into powers when I just said we're not basing it on powers. We could have that as part of the criteria.
I mean, she just seemed cooler.
She did seem cooler, but I mean,
is it just because it was newer?
No, she seemed way cooler. Melissa Joan Hart, she's OG. So she'll always have a special place in my heart.
I think it was Clarissa, not as the Sabrina. Clarissa explains it all.
Yeah, no, I get it. To me, she's Sabrina. Yeah.
Okay, but we can go with it.
No,
I'm fine.
But what I'm saying, I mean instead of Clarissa. But I think the best Sabrina is Kiernan Shipka. I thought she was more badass.
Yeah.
I like the way she handled
so not power,
all those
but
bullies.
She had that. She has that je ne sais quoi.
Certain. I don't know what.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
All right, we're gonna say chaos for this one. All right. Next up, we've got the Wicked Witch of the West versus Glinda the Good Witch.
Well, I mean, I know who I like the best.
Who did you like the best?
Obviously, Glinda.
Yeah, obviously.
I love a good a little white witch out there with her powers and her bubbles that she blows around and
you dressed up like Glinda the Good Witch for Halloween 7 years running.
And I did. I would have won that competition if it wasn't for that Wicked one.
Yeah, I remember this. Every year you would put out the ad for little people to come join you.
Yep. It was a good one. The Lollipop Kids or whatever they are.
Yeah, you dressed them all up. You just went out on the town, hit up all the gay bars.
Yep.
Can you imagine?
It just sounds amazing.
That sounds great. You just roll in 20 deep.
Hey, it's Glenda, bitches.
Yeah, the Wicked Witch of the West was just a total bitch. No one wants to hang out with her. She was just mean and ugly. She can't you can't go out with it for a drink.
No,
she'd drink it and just melt.
She would just melt. Yeah, I mean, she was just a cruel person. This is the original one. We're not talking about Alphaba and the new one.
No,
yeah.
The OGs.
Yeah.
All right, so Glinda is the winner here. All right, next up, Willow Rosenberg versus Melisandre.
Oh, you're cruel.
I know. I did this on purpose.
I know you did.
Two of your favorite characters in all of fiction. battling it out for witch supremacy.
Oh.
See, this is a tough one. So power. First of all, power. Who do we give the edge to here? It's obviously Willow.
Probably Willow.
Melisandre never did shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was the implication,
the
the threat.
book.
There was a threat of it, but
Right,
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Power. Okay. Let's say who you want to like go out to a club with.
This is regular Willow, not Dark Willow.
Yeah, let's say regular Willow.
I mean, probably Willow also to a club.
Okay. Who had a more banging body?
I'm gonna say Melisandre.
Melisandre. Remember that one time when she was nude?
Yeah,
We never saw Willow nude
with the necklace. Melisandre
Yeah.
without the necklace.
Yeah,
she's
like
fine, but she's just older. Yeah,
old.
yeah.
And then let's say personality, brains. Obviously, Willow. Both of those. Melisandre was just creepy and dark.
I mean, but who was drew me to watching them more? Melisandre just as much as Willow personally, but.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I like a good mysterious.
I know
witch.
you do. I know you do.
But I will Willow. She
All
gets
right.
it.
Willow is the winner.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we've got sister battle: the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus versus the Hallowell sisters from Charmed.
Well, I think Hocus Pocus is better.
But why? Let's get into it. They're really annoying.
It's
first
campy,
of all,
it's fun.
Awful. Bette Midler with a stupid face,
and
Kathy and the
teeth,
Jimmy.
teeth. Oh, we love Kathy. Who
Just
doesn't
being
love Kathy
awful.
and Jimmy? Yeah.
And Sarah Jessica Parker just being annoying and
Oh my God.
like, ugh,
So
the
good.
worst Halloween movie ever
so
made.
great. So then we have well then let's go back to this side. So
And
we got
we're going-
Shannon Doherty.
Shannon Doherty.
Right? Who's got no personality whatsoever.
No, none.
like a dryer sheet.
Yeah, R.I.P. We love you, Shannon.
Yes. She's a very nice person, I'm sure. But yeah.
Alyssa Milano.
She was cool. I was thinking of Rose McGowan. Who knows who was in what? I don't know anymore.
Yeah. I think Rose McGowan took Shannon Doherty's place after she left.
Oh, I thought that she took Rose McGowan took Alyssa Milano.
I don't really know. I never watched the show.
Me neither.
Fine.
Although,
listen.
There was some angel or white wizard guy who was in it or something who I think was kind of interesting. I don't really know them very well.
Yeah,
They're fine.
I didn't include any wizards.
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter and that sort of thing. And none of those.
Okay.
Only witches. Listen, I'm going to give you this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you Hocus Pocus because I can't fight for the Hallowell sisters because I never watched it.
Okay, well, I don't really watch it either. So yeah.
So all right.
I just
Pocus.
that's one of my favorite Halloween movies.
I know, and I don't get it. Listen. Yeah. I haven't watched it since probably I first saw it 10 years ago. And I couldn't stand it.
So you didn't watch it as a kid. You only watched it as an adult.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it, though.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it this year.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you know what I give it.
You hit me up. Let me know.
All right. Next up, the White Witch from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, played by Tilda Swinton.
Okay.
Versus the Grand High Witch from The Witches, played by Angelica Houston. So now I almost did this, but I'm not familiar with this character. Madame Blanc from, I think that was her name, from Suspiria, also played by Tilda Swinton.
Wouldn't you?
But I'm not familiar with the character. So it would have been fun. But that's another one I got to watch this Halloween, Suspiria.
Oh, I'd love to know what to think about that. I'm going to say personally, I think that they're both really good.
Yeah. I mean, so Angelica Houston turns people into mice.
Yeah. But I'm thinking of charismatic screen presence. Like when you watch them, who are your eyes on? Honestly, both of them. Like they both, whatever movie, both those movies were I felt propelled forward by the two people you just named. Right? Yeah. Like they were the backs upon which the movies rode.
Tilda Swinton was in the first, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe movie. Like, that was the whole reason to watch.
Right.
Like, you don't see the lion, for 1 minute of the whole thing. The kids are annoying. Tilda Swinton was the best. And she had all that, what was that little nougat goo that the kid loved?
Yeah, Turkish Delight.
Turkish Delight.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Angelica Houston's Turkish Delight? She's just got a bunch of soup.
What chance was in soup? I'm trying to remember.
I think that's what turned them all into
that's
disgusting freaks.
The mice.
That terrified me when I was younger. When they're all popping and
that was I like watching that. It was good to watch in the theater.
Practical effects on that one too was great. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one up to you. It's a tough one.
I mean, so I really liked think her name is Janice. Janice or something. Tilda Swinton's one the best, I think, because I really enjoyed kind of like she was pegged as being like this, ultimate evil against ultimate good.
Yeah.
And I just think she was misunderstood.
Oh, really?
I think that Angelica Houston's was kind of evil and just evil.
Yeah, she was evil, and she didn't like kids. That's a red flag.
Yeah,
you know, right there.
Right.
All right, next up.
Go ahead.
Samantha from Bewitched versus the Blair Witch. This is a tough one. Okay, let's start. Who would you rather hang out with at the club?
Well, I don't know if we've ever actually seen the Blair Witch.
Yeah, I don't know. She's into crafts,
right?
Doing those like
she does
little dolls,
right. So I guess it depends what I want to do at the club. Samantha. Yeah, I would want to do Samantha.
Craft night, like with a bottle of wine. Blair Witch.
Maybe, yeah. If you want to hang out in the woods, like a campfire, some s'mores, obviously Blair Witch would be better for that too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I'm sure.
But like, do you have to like be in the quarter and like have terrible things happening to you?
I think like, the end result is going to be way worse. Like a night with the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it would be that.
It wouldn't be pleasant.
Great.
I think you could have a pleasant evening with Samantha.
Yeah, she's going to like wiggle her nose or whatever she does.
Yeah, like, oh, I dropped the cake. Oh, you did?
Yeah, wiggle. Yeah, the cake is you now.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm a cake now.
Wait,
freak accidents happen all the time.
That was her aunt did that.
Oh.
Yeah, she had like that one aunt that did that every once in a while.
Yeah.
I watched her
Aunt Edna.
Yeah, see, you did too, apparently. That was her name. I love you knew her name.
All right, so we're gonna say Samantha.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Sorry, Blair Witch. Do not haunt us in our sleep. All right, next up, we got a crew battle, gang wars. The Witches of Eastwick versus the Coven of Witches from The Craft.
I didn't see the Witches of Eastwick. Is that the one with Cher?
Cher, Susan Sarandon, I think, was in it.
Tell me about that.
Did
else. They have like powers?
Yeah, I mean they were like your average witch. I think they dealt with like it was like a rom-com, I think, at parts, so it was more about like, let's fall in love. I haven't seen it in probably 20 years.
Now the Craft, like they actually like killed people in it.
Yeah,
you got all dark and shit.
Feruza Balk, I think, was in there.
Yeah.
That other girl,
that other girl, the other girl.
They did make a reboot of The Craft. I always loved The Craft when I was younger because like it was just like hot witches, like in
just
high
doing what
school,
they want to do,
doing their thing.
Yeah. Oh, you think I'm tough? Ah, throw off the roof.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I think probably them. Let's go.
We'll go with them.
Yeah. Because we actually watched that movie.
Yeah, and also I'm like I made a rule when I was young.
Yeah.
Never vote for Susan Sarandon.
Really?
Yeah.
What about like
when I was 4 years old?
What about like a Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No.
Wow.
She's the reason I probably never watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh. But I will say this is the only time she ever has looked young is in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. After that, 1 year later,
supposedly it was
she looks like everyone's
horrible.
Mom.
Like the set was so cold, she got pneumonia on it. Like, so maybe that's what
Really?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she started looking
at
just
years away.
her.
Yeah. Maybe it did.
All right, and then last up here, the Scarlet Witch versus this is a handicap match. The Scarlet Witch I knew was tougher. The ladies from Practical Magic. Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman.
I get them all confused. Yeah, so I was thought they were in the Witches of Eastwick. Okay, so they're in Practical Magic. I mean,
I think it's like basically like a newer version of Practical or Witches of Eastwick, but set in like a small town, and they're like some like country witches.
Okay,
hey y'all,
you probably liked that one, didn't you?
Some porridge.
You like the good
kettle.
country? Yeah.
I'm Sandra Bullock.
And I'm Claire Danes.
Nope, she's not in that.
I'm going to go with Scarlet Witch.
I know you're gonna. I would much rather hang out with Scarlet Witch too. But I do love Sandra Bullock.
Sure, she's fine.
Nicole Kidman, man, fine.
I mean, yeah.
But,
I think I'd rather hang out with Nicole Kidman than Sandra Bullock, so I would hang out with her then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, hang out with her. I'll hang out with her.
What is it about Sandra Bullock you like? She just seems kind of like...
She just seems like a normal, like a normal person.
I got you.
Nicole Kidman seems like she's too like way above me.
That's what I want to
feel like she thinks that. Yeah, that's the way you approach me as well. Ugh, the worst. All right.
Yeah, I think Cassandra just like every woman. I'm just not interested in her, but Nicole, she got a little something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know how you are. All right, let's narrow this down a little further.
Okay.
All right, we've got Kiernan Shipka, Kiernan Shipka, Sabrina the Teenage Witch versus Glinda the Good Witch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just gonna have to go for Icon right now, and Glinda wins for that one.
Glinda wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
okay
see
with that? I mean, I think
I'm fine with that.
Probably
I think
with powers or probably the other one, but yeah, I just feel like if you put like Sabrina the Teenage Witch as a character against Glinda the Good Witch of the North.
Right, well, let's do it. Let's do a battle real fast. Yeah. So you got Glinda. She's got an army of munchkins,
right?
And she sends them like at her. What's Sabrina doing in this situation? Does she have enough power? Because I know she has to like prepare and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think she raises like a demon to eat them.
Oh,
because I saw one episode. I only saw like maybe 4 of those episodes, and one of them she did something like that.
And then what if Glinda puts like a bubble around her?
Well, she puts. Oh, can she do the bubble around her? Oh, I don't know if she can get out of the bubble. That's some like high level stuff.
Yeah, like Invisible Woman. Like there's no oxygen. Kiernan Shipka dies from lack of oxygen in the bubble.
That's why you're a naughty witch.
Yeah, exactly. And then she takes her shoes and gives them to
Dorothy.
Some woman.
Dorothy's
all right. Yeah, we'll go with Glinda then.
All right.
All right. Next up, we got Willow versus the Hocus Pocus ladies. Where do you see yourself on a Saturday night? In the middle of the 3 sisters, or like just you and Willow having like a hang?
I think Willow. I mean, the Sanderson sisters want to like eat and cause mayhem. They're fun to watch, but I don't want to hang with them.
All right, so who's winning that battle? Willow versus Hocus Pocus girls. Now, do they have attack magics?
Bette Midler's character does.
She just bites people with those buck teeth.
She has lightning she shoots out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think she can like Sarah Jessica Parker have any cool powers?
She has like bewitching powers.
Oh, that's right. Like, I remember that. She like makes like guys like fall in love with her.
And like kids right? like follow them.
Oh, okay.
And then Captain and Jimmy can like make like I think she makes like the stew or something. Like she's like
cooks. She's like the cook. Question: did you watch Hocus Pocus 2?
I did.
Was it good?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. It's a 2.
Yeah, we're going with Willow on that one, obviously, because Hocus Pocus hit the road. All right, next up we got the White Witch versus Samantha from Bewitched.
That's a good one.
Yeah, let's do hang. I know you would rather hang out with the White Witch. Absolutely. Powers. Who would win that battle? We don't see too much like super powerful stuff from the White Witch, right?
Well, I mean, doesn't she like skin Aslan like at the thing, and like that she's brutal and she can like
she is and she
can manipulate everybody.
Witch.
I think it would go the White Witch, quite honestly.
All right. So who would you who are we voting for here?
Yeah. I am happy to vote for either one of them. I'm going to defer to you.
I'm going to say the White Witch.
Okay.
I think she's a much cooler character.
Yeah. I agree.
And then last up for this round, the Ladies of the Craft versus Scarlet Witch.
Love this. What's going to happen is they're going to end up becoming her groupies, and they both progress together.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Scarlet Witch will take them under her wing, mentor them. She's the coolest of the witch. They're like, whoa, you're like a legit cool witch. Yeah. Like we want to be. All we can do is make the traffic light turn green.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're out here.
Stopping time, making
making all the mutants go away.
Yeah.
All right, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
All right. We're down to 4 here. Glinda versus Willow. Willow. Speed round. White Witch versus Scarlet Witch.
Ooh. This is going to be another. In my mind, this is another remake, very much like Agatha Harkness, where I think ultimately we'll go to Scarlet Witch, but I think there's going to be a real be off.
Yeah, this would be a fun thing to watch in a battle.
Yeah.
I do think Scarlet Witch is the most powerful. This is why we're not going solely based on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that they're polar opposites in terms of their characters.
Yep. That's it.
Scarlet Witch is because she nice and cares.
Because she has an empathic side too. Yes. Scarlet Witch, whereas I don't think we really saw that. I mean. Yeah, the White Witch is purely out for her point of view.
Yep.
So I feel like I do have to give it Scarlet Witch for that too, but I think it would be a great scene to watch that.
Yeah. All right. So that leaves it, and I knew this was going to happen, and I almost pitted them against one another in the first round.
Yeah.
Willow versus the Scarlet Witch, and I told my wife, I'm like, this is going to happen. I need to like make it so it doesn't, and I forgot.
Yep.
So now this is where we're at. So, who we hanging out with?
I mean, so it would have been if it wasn't her, it probably would have been the White Witch versus whoever the winner is of this. In my mind, would have been the third person.
Okay.
Although Melisandre was close. You kicked her out early, and I'm okay with that.
It's our gold, silver, bronze here.
Yes.
So bronze, we're talking the White Witch right now.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
And silver, who is our runner-up in this Miss Witch of the world?
So
Miss Witch of the world.
I
think you're so beautiful.
Let's go back. Let's go back to how we were introduced to these characters.
Okay.
All right. So Willow, right?
Willow.
What did you think about Willow? Did you watch Buffy from the very beginning?
I did.
What did you think about Willow from the very beginning?
Meek, annoying, but she wasn't a witch then. So
right. That's what we're getting at.
Okay.
And so as she progressed, as the character grew, what did you think about her?
Dark Willow, lesbian,
Yep.
more cool, freer spirit.
Yep.
Probably she came up from like being like one of the bottom characters.
Yep.
To solid number 2.
100% agree.
Yeah.
I loved her character arc, how I thought she went from being somebody who was just kind of sniveling and embarrassing to being somebody that you were like, oh shit, she's fucking awesome.
She is awesome.
Like I remember there was the scene where she kind of switched over and she started like doing what did she do? She like caused the like telekinetic like knives or something to come out of this bag and like shot them. I'm like, oh my gosh, like Willow. Like before, she would like screaming in the corner.
She had to be badass.
And I like that. So I like how she became more strong and fulfilled kind of like a different point, like a path for herself.
Okay.
Love that.
Love it.
So Scarlet Witch kind of came a little bit the opposite way, where she kind of comes off like, well, she was kind of, I guess she was Magneto's daughter, so she was kind of bad, and then she was kind of good, and then she kind of cracked and like what. But I always feel like that's almost this weird thing, we've talked about this before, where like very powerful women in the Marvel universe have to like crack themselves and go like.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of fragility in their whole demeanor, their psyche, because can't be too powerful.
Yeah,
and the power comes most of the time along with that, breaking. That's when we're like,
that's it.
Like same thing happened with Phoenix and this, she breaks the
worlds
world
go
basically.
Down. Yeah, and that's I'm always a little bit like to me that arc is not as it's interesting and fun to watch, but it doesn't seem as empowering and doesn't hit me as much as Willow's arc.
I agree.
So, but then again, now I'm thinking about it, Willow did have the Dark Willow scene after her lover got killed.
Exactly. Which is exactly.
So now I'm just like, I'm talking on both sides of my mouth there.
Yeah, you're right.
But I loved it in that one for some reason, because then I was like, oh, yeah. But then, I don't know. I don't know. This is tough. Yeah.
This is tough. So I'm just going to go with Willow.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. Let's go with
because
the 2.
I do feel like more of a more connected. She's more of a like a kindred spirit. We grew up together. I saw her, from nothing come up to this, and I felt like being similar ages. Which I don't know how old.
I think she's actually. I don't know either. I think that Willow is actually older than us, but yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I was like in school the same time she was, and it was like. We saw this whole thing. Yeah. And then she's like a business owner or whatever.
That's right. The magic box. So what was it?
Yeah, I think so. Her and like Anya.
Yeah.
She took it over after, I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, I do. I feel more of a connection with Scarlet Witch. I feel like she's just such just an otherworldly character, bigger than anything. And
so this is just us. Other people may connect more from the other ones, right? Like somebody might find Scarlet Witch to be, But I totally agree with you. For us,
and this is the same podcast that also put Buffy the Vampire Slayer as our like favorite show of all time or something. So it makes sense.
I guess it does then, huh? It all comes out. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Which witch is the best witch? This is the theme song to the best song. All right.
This is the witch. Oh.
Let's get back to Agatha all along. Okay. I want to know what you thought of the first episode. Let's get your review based on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
7.5 for Keith, and I'm at an 8.
Nice.
I thought it was great. It was more of that kind of mind fuckery that WandaVision was. I mean, the first few episodes of WandaVision were like, a sitcom from like the 50s or
like
whatever.
Bewitched, like Bewitched era, actually.
And
it actually kind of started out like Bewitched, wasn't it? That was how
exactly, And this was just more of that, which I didn't expect going in. And I really liked that, it was only one episode that we kind of, as much as I liked it, I thought it was cool. I want more answers. I want this to go through.
Yeah.
So I liked, by the end of that, we got a great, we're back in the real world. Cool fight, cool characters. I'm excited to see more of the characters that I saw in the trailer. It looks like it really adds a lot to it. And then I've been reading like headlines of, I didn't read any reviews or anything before this, but people that have seen the whole series are like, this is the gayest Marvel/Disney show of all time, and I don't know what that means.
How is it even out? Who have seen it?
Oh, like reviewer critics.
Okay,
have seen the full season. So
interesting.
And I don't know what that means. I don't know where that's going to happen or what. But
it's funny you say that, because in the video game that we played, Marvel's Son, did you play that one?
Yes.
Agatha has there's a woman who she's who is a partner in it, and I asked my partner, and I was like, is she gay, or does she have a female partner in the Marvel Universe? And he doesn't remember. He likes Wanda, or he likes Agatha Harkness, but he doesn't remember her having a companion.
Right.
But I was like, he's like, maybe that just got made up for their game. But maybe they're gonna
maybe
pull on that. I don't know. Interesting.
I don't know either. But yeah, I mean, she loves purple.
She does love purple. Yeah. I thought it was really good. My 7.5 is not so much because I honestly have a 9.0. I would rate it out of 10 for excitement. I think it's because this first episode was really kind of setting the scene, and in the beginning when she was playing the detective, I did find her to be a little bit annoying.
Yes,
because I think she was kind of overacting. Yes, I was telling my partner I felt like she was trying to be like Joe from Facts of Life. Well, kind of like, oh, I'm kind of this tough girl. But she didn't quite pull it off. But then he mentioned, he's like, I think it's because it's supposed to be a little left of center, how because this is not real. And you're supposed to see that it's awkward. Everything is just not right. It's tilted the wrong way. I'm like, okay. So yeah. And
she's playing what in her mind, those characters should be played.
Exactly. But since it's not real for her, that's why it wasn't like that. And so, okay. Yeah.
To be honest, the character that I believe, the mayor of Easttown, was very much played that way. She was a real kind of I don't know, not trashy, but real, I don't know. Just it was played the same way in that show. So she did a great job if she was mimicking that.
That's cool.
But yeah, absolutely. She was very annoying and just all right, is this gonna, we're not gonna do this whole murder.
That's mystery, what I thought. I'm like, oh my gosh, is she trying to be like Jodie Foster in what is that? Yeah. What's the one that she just won the Academy Award or the Emmy for? Yeah.
True Detective.
True Detective. I'm like, because that's what the vibe I thought they were trying to go for, but then I realized, okay, yeah. So,
absolutely. Anyway, if that would have continued longer, my score would have definitely went lower too. But that it resolved itself and set it up for okay, bam, we're into this. Who the shit is the Salem 7?
Yep.
Give me
I'm
some
excited
answers.
to see these powers come back. I can't wait to And then and that fight was great, and it was just the first one. And she didn't have any powers, so I'm excited to see more of that.
See more.
Who's this kid that she found, and what does he do? He has some magic too, or something.
Yeah. Who is this kid? No one knows. But yeah, so now that we've done this, we've done the deed, first episode done, we can go watch the second episode.
I know, I really wanted to.
I'm very excited to. Go check it out on Disney Plus. I think there is 2, probably 3 by the time this does come out.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely. And let us know what you think of the show. And then, you could do that.
Or
at
do what?
You could let us know what you think of the show at YouTube.
Gotcha.
Go there. Go to the channel Pop Culture Playground. That's where you'll find this show. A bunch of other stuff there. Hit subscribe. Let us know what you thought of that. Or if podcasts are your thing, anywhere podcasts are found, you could find this show. Just type in First Eps. Bam, subscribe there, and it'll be ready for you. For your car ride, your gym day.
Your gym. Wow, I like that. Do you listen to podcasts when you're working at the gym?
No, I always used like the music to like pump me up,
Yeah,
get
it's
me
music,
going.
or I watch like a TV show. I think I podcast when I'm working more personally,
yeah.
or driving.
Yeah. There's certain video games are great podcast games, like the simulator games, Power Wash Simulator or House Flipper, where like you're just doing menial tasks, dude. I love just having a podcast on. And
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's good times. All right, yeah, go do both of those things.
All right,
and then we'll see you real soon with another brand new episode here on First Steps.
Bye. Today, on Real Housewives of Ghost Central or Salem.
Oh my god, what are you watching?